Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and we have a solar eclipse in our hands happening tomorrow for me, 17th, um, 2 days from now, or a day and a half from now for you, my American friends, at 17th of February, 7 a.m. in the morning. The degree of the moon at that point is going to be 28 degrees and 49 minutes as per my calendar in Aquarius. So as a solar eclipse, that will be the new moon in Aquarius. And the effect of the phase of the moon, which in that particular case is going to be waxing moon, I'm sorry, will be all the way up until the March 3rd. Again, around 7 a.m., 7 a.m., we are going to have a lunar eclipse this time around, happening in Virgo. The degree there is going to be 12 degrees in 54 minutes. So for that period of time, from 17th to 3rd, that is about, it's exactly 2 weeks, actually. So for these exact 2 weeks, first thing that I'm going to do, it will be the collective reading, what type of a lunar phase we are going to have, and what is going to be the stuff that this phase of the moon is going to magnify, or in other words, how it's going to influence the earth. Right, so first card, that will be the Ace of Wands. The second card will be the Lovers. And then we do have King of Wands. So in the grand scheme of things, or just in personal development, this phase of the moon, the waning phase of the moon, will present us with a lot of choices, a lot of options available for growth in general. These are going to be very gainful enterprises that will allow us to expand and to grow into, I need to emphasize on that, already existing undertakings. This is about growing into your current job. This is about growing into your current relationship. This is about developing your current hobby into a greater height. It's kind of unlikely that these gainful opportunities are going to present us with a option for, you know, starting from scratch, anew, and in generally a brand new beginning. But these opportunities happening into the current undertakings of ours will allow us to develop further skills that are, I don't know how to say that in English, that are like gifts of ours. So that is a skill or a knowledge we are born with. However, we did not have the need, or recently we didn't have the need to use it, and therefore it was forgotten or unexplored. And in these 2 weeks, these skills are exactly what will be the reward from the waxing moon. So don't get yourself surprised if you find out in the next couple of weeks that you can be actually a really good psychologist, or a really good couples therapist, or an artist, or an accountant, and so on and so forth. That these jobs, right, these activities actually gets along with you very well, and you're getting the hang of them pretty quickly. Another thing that we need to pay attention in these couple of weeks are business relationships. In them, we are going to connect. The version of connection will be different. Some of us through phone, others just gonna bump each other on a, I don't know, business meeting or whatever. but we're going to connect with a person that will ignite, it is the best word I can find here, our ambition, and will serve as a as an example how to make that ambition true, how to develop that ambition, how to transform it into a powerful actions that will project the ambition and make it real, rather than just as an idea in our minds. Most likely, we are going to catch up with this woman or with that guy. The gender, it's irrelevant here. It could manifest in any of them, but it's highly likely that we are going to connect with that individual through pleasant means, on a party, being introduced with them in terms of, can I put it into words? Some kind of happy event. Bottom line is that the first touch with that individual will be through a pleasant experiences. And how big of a enthusiasm we carry on in these gainful enterprises will define how far we can go in them. Simple as that. But the moment they open up, the feeling of harmony, the feeling of entitlement is gonna kick in right away, and that will be the guide, that will be the compass we need to use in order to direct ourselves in the direction of these gains. So that was the collective reading. We all are going to have our chances in these couple of weeks, chances in love, chances in business, and it will be best if we do not miss them, of course. So now a few notes about the show. There are going to be 12 readings just like this one for each star sign. I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with Pisces. So I'm going to run down the ecliptic, which star sign I'm reading for. You can keep up through the illustration and the glyph that is showing up on my right hand side here, right there. And if you're watching it on a video, you can just skim ahead and until you see your glyph there and listen to the reading. These are going to be generalized readings, so you will have to project them on your own personal situation so they can make sense for you. Other than that, if you want me to do that and read specifically for your situations, for your troubles that you're facing right now, if you're facing any, to check on your hopes and dreams, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below, and there at the very front page you can see a full list of my services and their pricing. If you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support it, you can do so using Super Chat, the PayPal, and also PayPal, which link you can also find in the description down below. Now, done with that rambling, going forward, first star sign, that will be Aries. So let me shuffle and let's have a look how the phase of the moon will affect Aries. All right, so these are your cards. Aries, we have Page of Wands, Five of Wands, and also a Five of Pentacles. The phase of the moon is going to speed up the dynamic into your day-to-day basis and day-to-day experiences, presenting you with a lot of newness. So those of you who are open for anything new, doesn't matter in what kind of a area in your life, in what kind of a field, new relationships, new acquaintances, new opportunities, new activities and hobbies and whatnot, will benefit a lot from the next couple of weeks. The problem that you are going to face, if it is a problem at all, because for some of you it's not going to be a thing that is worth, even thinking about it, will be that you will have to carry on by yourself. So these are a couple of weeks which you will face a little support, physical support into your matters. And into your undertakings. Reason for it, or a big reason rather for it, is because it will take an action on a whim. So the circumstances are going to shift very, very quickly, and simply there will be not enough time to activate the process of getting help. You either do it right now or you just forget about it. But these circumstances are going to be very well aligned with your nature. So you will not gonna have to change almost anything about yourself, anything about your schedule, anything about your lifestyle in general. So you can involve yourself into these new experiences which are coming your way. So if you haven't done that by now, it will benefit you a lot if you open yourself for anything new that might come your way, because there is going to be a lot coming in. Next star sign, that will be Taurus. These three, so we do have the Emperor, the Lovers, and Ace of Pentacles. Your or the phase of the moon for you will be rather stressful, I would say, by the look of those cards, because there is going to be a lot riding on it in terms of responsibilities and in terms of reliability as well. I don't know if it's gonna catch you with awe or not, but you are going to end up realizing that a lot is riding on you, and a lot of people are in generally relying on you in these couple of weeks to make the tough choices, to handle the situation. Doesn't matter whether the situation is going to be a crisis or not, and in generally to decide how to manage the situation. So on the flip side, everything is going to be within your control to decide how you want to move forward with your family, with your business, with your job as well. But what you're going to struggle with in general is to make up your mind. And the reason is going to be because none of the options in front of you is going to be perfect. None of the options is going to contain simultaneously what you want to do and what you consider being the right thing to do. You are going to have to pick up either one of the or the other, and therefore bear the consequences for the decision or for the option you haven't taken. And that's why you are going to struggle determining or accepting that any option that you do have in front of yourself, it's a good opportunity to make money or to make a harmoniously flowing relationships. And this is why it's going to be a bit rough, because yes, you will make progress, you're going to get things under control, you're going to make the process that carries on ups and downs, the ups and downs in your family, the ups and downs in your business, to be faced with ease and with bear. But you're gonna struggle believe that that's the best thing you can do, and that's why these couple of weeks will exhaust you. Right, next one, that will be Gemini. Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles. Pretty specific one. This couple of weeks are going to be a weeks within which a specific person is going to push you into action. Basically, I don't want to say that they are going to pressure you into it, because that's not going to be the case. But the way that the action will be presented, the way that the opportunity is going to be presented, is going to make you feel compelled to become part of it. That is no different being presented with an opportunity for a job or for a project, while in the same time you do have a good job, or you're working on a interesting project, and in the way the new one is presented makes you feel compelled that you have to carry on with it as well. The problem is going to be that you can't keep both afloat. So which one you are going to go for? These cards here are suggesting which is going to be the better one, but I don't want to make decisions for you. What I'm going to tell you though, it is that the person divulging the idea, they know what they're doing, they know what you are capable of, and their offer for a job, for a position, for a date, and so on and so forth, depending on how it's going to manifest for you, it's exactly tailored to your needs, to your capabilities, and as well to your expectations. It's going to take a bit of a courage and a gambler's thought, if I may put it that way, because it will feel quite risky involving yourself in it, to make a step toward that new opportunity. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin. Let me put you into the list, and at the end of the stream, you will have your personalized reading. How this lunar phase is going to affect you personally. The reading will contain an event, the most important event that is going to happen to you, and what is going to come out of it. So next one, that will be Cancer. These are the cards for you, guys. Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, not nine, but Seven of Cups. From all the star signs that I read for up until this point, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and now you Cancer, the collective reading affects you the most. So you definitely gonna bump into these gainful opportunities, which the phase of the moon, the waning moon, is opening up. And they will feel like the feeling is going to be very weird. The feeling is going to be like you are restricted because you just have to try them out. Okay, even if you see that there is no point, again, the feeling is going to be that you just have to try them out. And people around you will just not gonna fathom. They will just not going to fathom. And that is why next couple of weeks are not going to be very beneficial building up new relationships. There will be a struggle maintaining your current relationships, let alone building building new ones. But on the personal front, your own personal growth, these are going to be 2 weeks where you can revise what you are prohibiting to yourself. Limits you have bestowed upon yourself, the limit not to enjoy something because someone else said, right? Or the limit not to watch particular content, or the limit not to eat certain foods, or the limit not to work after 5 p.m. and so on and so forth. So you will revise those limits and you will realize which of these limits are placing a hand on your head and are not allowing you to climb higher. And the process is going to be that you will overrule these limits that you are setting to yourself. These are going to be limits in terms of dating, maybe limits in terms of job as well, that are limiting your options. And through these gainful enterprises, which you can become a part of, you will realize that there is no point of these limits. But people again around you will not fathom why you are acting like that. They will look at you and say something changed, he or she is not herself or himself. They went crazy and so on and so forth. No, you're just, you are growing. Next, Leo. Give me a second. These are your cards. 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and 10 of Swords. So these are gonna be strange couple of weeks. Now, doesn't matter how well you perform, doesn't matter how good you are into something. For the most part, you won't be happy how the stage is set up. You won't be happy about the circumstances which one thing leads to another. You do something nice and it does not produces the best results you are expecting. Okay, you give everything you got in it and it still does not satisfy your needs or your expectations. And you may think that's bad, right? You may think I am doing something wrong. Actually, at least according to these cards, that will be a blessing in disguise, because there is a if everything aligns up for you, there will be a situation that is going to corner you. At least according to these cards, there is going to be a crisis which is going to ensue. And these circumstances are compensating. The circumstances which are unsatisfiable are compensating, so it can soften the blow. The blow is coming one way or another. You will gonna have to make a radical choice about your marriage or about your job or about your certain friendships, yourself as well. but the circumstances under which that choice is going to have to be made are going to be less damaging, or rather like less uncomfortable than the circumstances under which you are going to make it if everything aligned the way you are expecting. So pretty much you may think that, you know, you are jinxed or something, that no matter what you do, it doesn't come up to the thing that you really want, but actually for you it will be a blessing in disguise. And you know, once the point comes where you have to make that irrevocable decision or irreversible action, after that, very quickly your circumstances are going to improve and the future will open up for a much brighter perspectives than the perspectives you're seeing right now. So it's a period that you just have to push through. Next, Virgo. These are the cards. The World, Six of Pentacles, and the Emperor. And in this way, waxing phase of the moon, not waning phase. Wherever I said waning phase, it was lapsus. I meant waxing phase. So within this waxing phase of the moon, you are going to complete a lifetime goal, at least according to these cards. And once the completion takes place, you will feel like at home. Like you're gonna feel like you are at the exact place you are meant to be, at the exact position that you are meant to be. And this, not just only the feeling, but the accomplishment and the achievement alone is going to strip a lot of sense of responsibility off your shoulder. It's just, you're going to feel lighter, you're going to feel freer, and you're going to feel that there are far less things that can go wrong from there on moving forward. And this feeling of freedom will allow you to start thinking not right away, but towards the end of these couple of weeks, towards the 3rd of March, you're going to start thinking of a new goal of your life, something that you are going to chase in the long term, okay, that will carry on a lot of value for you and for your life as well. So if you are feeling off lately, if you're feeling like you do not belong, that will be corrected in the next couple of weeks. And if nothing else, you're gonna feel complete. Next, that will be Libra. These are your cards. Nine of Wands, the Strength, and Knight of Pentacles. So you will improve your circumstances drastically. This is going to be conscious effort, meaning that you alone are going to figure it out. And through readjustments, realignments, rescheduling as well, this is going to have a big part of it, or a big role in it, rescheduling. You will significantly going to improve your condition and circumstances at work, at home, in your social circle as well. Thinking of it, if you are single, these are the couple of weeks where you're gonna end up introduced or just bumping with a perfect individual for you at this stage. Okay, exactly what you need. Whether you're gonna hit off from there with that person or not is entirely up to you. But just the way you're gonna start setting yourself up is gonna bring you the confidence to reject the need, constantly explaining yourself why you're doing one thing, why you want to accomplish something. You're just gonna know that that's the best thing that you can have for yourself, and you're not gonna feel the need and the reason to explain yourself in front of family members, bosses, spouses, and so on. And also, you're not gonna feel the need for their approval in general. And this is gonna piss someone off, because you're just going to start getting ahead. They will not going to be able to catch up with you, because their process is slow, it's sluggish, and it's unnecessary meticulous, if I may put it that way. And so while you're going to improve your own circumstances, that will be on an expense of some kind of severance. It does look like you are going to leave someone behind, not because you actively want to do so, but because they are going to start lagging behind. And if you keep up with them, that will drag you behind as well. And in your mind, at least according to these cards in these couple of weeks, there will be not a shred of thought about it to be lagging behind. You will want progress, because there will be something in the future. It could be an idea, it could be a goal that will charge you with the enthusiasm to basically chase it and burst forward, and not oblige yourself with the deeds of others. It's simply you're not going to feel responsible for anyone but yourself and your own personal well-being, right? Next one is Scorpio. These are the cards for Scorpio: Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. It's a pretty easy interpretation, unlike the previous interpretations. Uh, these cards are showing that in these couple of weeks, our hard work, because I am rising Sun in Scorpio, for those of you who just met me and you're just tuning in. So I am Sun in Scorpio. And for Scorpio, the hard work invested in thus far is going to pay off in these couple of weeks. And if until this point you are feeling, say, robbed, right? I mean, you are investing a lot from yourself, a lot of skill, a lot of time, you're doing stuff, and it's just nothing is coming in. That will be compensated in these couple of weeks. And the feeling is going to be that you have done the right thing for yourself, to develop the skill, harness the skill, and invest the knowledge. Every single investment made, either emotional, either material, or non-material one, meaning time, meaning skill, is going to be worth it, and is going to pay off. The harder the push, or the bigger the effort, the bigger the gains are coming in the again in the next couple of weeks. And I don't think that there is going to be that kind of people, but still, if it happens that someone around you thinks that you have that you are benefiting unfairly, uh, don't bother with that, because it does look like that this is um, a fair gain. I don't know how to explain it, but according to these cards, uh, the acquisitions and the gains in the next couple of weeks for Scorpio are not just only well deserved, but are exactly what they are supposed to gain, or what you are supposed to gain from life, based on, again, the efforts you have invested up until this point. So it will feel like that nothing was in vain. And I think that's at least to my mind, that's a big blessing. Sagittarius next. Five of Wands, Eight of Swords, and Page of Cups. So I will start from there. Uh, you have around you a person that, I would say that way, loves you. They are, at least according to these cards, strongly emotionally connected with you. And no matter what you do, they're always going to look, at least at that point, a positive towards you. But currently, uh, they don't like what they're seeing. Reason for it, or they will not want to like what they are seeing, because they do have a plan. Okay, they do have, or they are envisioning a future that you and them are two halves. Basically, you are a huge portion of their future, so they have plans for you. However, the circumstances which are going to happen in these couple of weeks up until the 3rd of March will allow you to recover something. So they will allow you, say, to recover an old relationship, or to recover an old job, or basically they will allow you to transform a failure into success, which is going to be contrary to the future that person had envisioned. So you will no longer gonna be able to be a part of that future if you take advantage of the circumstances and get back what you lost. And again, the choice is gonna be yours. Are you going to be opportunistic and get the recovery, or you will put your trust in that person and see whether that future is going to be better than the one you have strived for in the past? The choice is going to be yours. But if you are seeking, say, reconciliation, secretly hoping for such, or you're hoping that you're going to get the lost job and whatnot, that might very well be the transit you are waiting for, so that can become reality. But again, it's gonna cost you a person that loves you. Capricorn next. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and Four of Swords. So the next couple of weeks may pass and you wouldn't know what the influence is, because it's tightly related to, again, a person. In which eyes you are everything they want right now, and probably everything they have ever wanted. The incentive doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe, you are the asset they have ever wanted to get the job done, or maybe you are the business partner they have ever wanted to build up the business idea they have and whatnot. It could also have a romantic incentive. Maybe you are the character, the person they have ever wanted to make love with. Despite that, or bottom line, that person will see an immense value into having a certain type of relationship with you. However, the problem is going to be that they just don't know or have no clue how to approach you. And that's why you may not even notice the influence of the waxing phase of the moon, because that one may never approach you. And the worst is that the initiation is in their hands. So some of you Capricorn may have an amazing transit here, an amazing phase of the moon, where you finally end up with someone that is willing to give you all the dedication and all the commitment you feel necessary, that you deserve. But others may just, end up handed again, and have no one around. And again, that is in the hands of the person that this moon, or the phase of the moon, signifies. You can't do anything about to speed up the process. They need to be the one to extend the hand first. What you can do is to be open to listen. Okay, next one, that will be Aquarius. These are the cards for Aquarius. Five of Wands, the Strength, and the Devil. The new moon, or the next phase of the moon, will gift you with an amazing idea. It's a brilliant idea, actually. Whether it's a business or personal, that's besides the point. But for what those cards are showing, this is going to be a long-term idea, something maybe you wanted to become or chase, or accomplish since your childhood. You didn't have the chance up until this point, but there is a reversal and shift in your day-to-day routine, shift in the circumstances, and now you have the chance. No different than, for example, realizing that you are about to inherit a fortune, and now chasing the idea of a world round trip becomes possible. Though while this will be an exciting news for you, it will happen to be slightly outdated. And I mean slightly outdated. You wouldn't face it with the same enthusiasm as you had back in the days. A few weeks ago, few months ago or a few years ago, but still, it will have the affinity and the potential to fulfill your needs. So even though is not the primary, can I put it to words, the primary value of your mind right now, even though at this stage you may be mostly focused into something else, it's still worth, at least according to these cards, investing into. And again, you should be prepared to face resistance from the closest people you have, because they will not gonna agree that you should waste these newly developed resources and newly found resources into an old idea that, again, it will be slightly outdated, because in their mind you can invest them into something better. But you will know better than them what is best for you. And last but not least, that will be Pisces. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Star card. This is a warning of danger. It's a personal, how can I put it to words? It's a personal danger, or rather like damage you can inflict to yourself, or you can inflict to your current undertakings. So what happens is that in the next couple of weeks, you will face, I think that the term is diminishing returns. You know, usually when you invest into something, you expect to get more than your investment, right? You invest in stock and you expect that stock to increase and therefore pay you more than the money you have actually put it in. And what will happen in these couple of weeks is that you are going to hit a plateau. You invest, say, X amount of resources and you get exactly the same resources in return. And that will make you think, maybe I have to change something. And this is going to be the danger here, because the moment you change something, everything crumbles and you lose your investments. Doesn't have to be with money, okay? That could be an investment of time. It could be investment of emotions, right? You may be used to making a nice gesture towards your person of interest and face even nicer one. But this time around, they return you exactly with the same one you did, and it's something you aren't used to, and so you may think, I have to change something with my behavior. And the moment you do, you lose that person as a friend or as a potential date. So have faith in the process. That plateau soon is going to be lifted, but the next couple of weeks, just expect your efforts to be more of an efforts of maintenance rather than efforts of progression. Mhm. Right, so that was for the 12. And now the super chat readings. Yasmin, let's have a look what this phase of the moon is going to face you with. Yeah. Okay. These are cards. So within these 2 weeks, Yasmin, you will be presented with something like a gift. It doesn't have to be a material one. That could be, an opportunity that will be given to you by a person who has a vaster capabilities than you do. And once it is this gift is presented to you, first thing that you are going to think is, what have I done to deserve this, right? And you will be right to think that, because it's a trap. According to these tarot cards, you are onto something. Okay, you are onto something which will be a very essential and substantial part of your life. I cannot determine whether that's gift, quote unquote, it's in your work, or it's in your love life, or it is in your social, but you are onto something wherever that gift appears. And the gift is designed to deviate you from that idea of yours. As a compass, you can use the support, right? What you are onto is dropping people like flies. What I mean is dropping support of people like flies. Reason for it is because it serves you, but it doesn't serve anyone around you. And only those who truly love you are the people that supports you. So that can be the compass you can use to determine what is going to be the area and the field which you can expect to be a subject of attempt of being beguiled, to leave this substantial endeavor that you are going to come up with and deviate into a meaningless errand, for a lack of a better word. That is no difficult. That is no different to be onto a good client and a colleague of yours to offer you, hey, do you want to take my client here? And on a paper looks really great, but actually they are doing that so they can take the client you are onto and give you a client that is not as successful and is not as beneficial as the one you are onto. So in order to avoid that, according to these cards, you should not take any blessings and any gifts from anyone in the next couple of weeks, but trust to your own process and your own idea. That is what the most important thing for you in the waxing phase of the moon. It's up till 3rd of March, so kind of like if you survive, or rather like if your undertaking survive not being stolen by the 3rd of March, then you have deflected this deception, because it is a deception for what those cards are showing. So that was a reading. You're welcome, Yasmin. All right, guys, so that's going to do it, and girls as well. That's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.